Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Oh, I'm there right away today. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing so good for a Tuesday. We are back at it. Yesterday was a holiday. And I didn't realize that till midway through the day. I thought, oh my God, every single court is gone. But false alert, false alarm. It's not, court has not come to any harm. Let's put it that way. I hope that everybody is doing so good today, like I just said. We are off to Thurston County. That's right. Let me just tie my hair back. We're off to Thurston County. We are going to check in on the absolute shenanigans that happen in Thurston. Honestly, I don't even understand it. I really don't. But in the meantime, can you hit the like button for me, please? YouTube Daddy just loves it. Let's travel by Floozy Powder. Floozy Powder. Shenanigans left, right, and center. Apparently, oh, that's the wrong button. Where is the right button? And that's what I say. Doodly-dee, doodly-dee.
Thurston County District Court, morning civil
We're going to
calendar.
skip
where
part
I
of
pick
this
up-
because it's like her intro thing, but I just want to preface this with the fact that I'm not in charge of where the camera goes. I'm not in charge of that. We don't see the judge not even one time during this hearing because I don't know that they set it up properly. In fact, I'm pretty sure they set it up wrong. Hi, not ladylike. Which is terribly not ladylike of them. But that might be what we see mostly the whole time. Just to let you guys know that, okay? I need you to understand that. Like, look at this scrubbing I'm doing through this. We're barely seeing anything. There we go. Okay, so it's right around here. Also, I gotta fix my camera slightly for boobs. Judge?
Is in there.
Judge?
Is Andy Harris with us? Not in the courtroom, not on Zoom. And I see Mr. Gay is present on Zoom.
Rude. You're not supposed to call people gay, Judge. That's rude. Gay.
All right, and still waiting to figure out who's in there, who's trying to come in.
And then, but I think somebody listed a.
Nobody.
They have response.
Okay, we'll leave that alone for a while. All right, so Ms. Siberian, Mr. Gay, I'm going to take your matter up as we wait to try and figure out who's still trying to get in on Zoom here. This is case 25-05, and this is a
Hi,
request
Courtney.
from Ms. Siberian for this court to have this order that's already been in effect to continue on for a longer period of time. And so on that, Mr. Gay, you got notice. I see you were served on January 9th. We'll hear from both sides here. I'm going to put you both under oath and figure out what we do here today. First, Ms. Siberian, Raise your right hand with me. Do you swear or affirm you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Gay, if you'd raise your right hand with me. Sir, do you
Do, do. Raise your right hand, say thank you. 19 months of support. Thank you so much, Josie, Reseller Road Trip Adventures. Love you too. Thank you. And get better soon. Courtney, me neither. Me neither.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, now you'll notice I'm looking back and forth. I've got two screens here. I've got documents electronically filed. So what I'm doing right now is kind of getting that ready for me to look at so that I can follow along if there's information that you need me to review. But so I'm going to hear first, Mr. Gay, the burden we call the burden of proof at this stage is on you as to why the court should not grant this request for this order to go longer. And I guess my
Okay.
very first question of you is, do you object to this order going on longer?
Absolutely. I do. Thank you for actually hearing me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
So,
I will state,
so slow
I
down
think
here.
this,
Slow down.
okay,
So
okay.
the question here is why should the court not, to a legal standard, you have to show to a, that the court shouldn't do this. So floor is yours.
Okay. Well, uh, first, let me start. During the last proceeding, the judge did tell me that I had every right to file a complaint against Miss Siberian for the Department of Health because she was my medical provider who did engage in a sexual relationship with me and exposed me to a sexual transmitted disease. He said I could do that. I just could not be in contact with her or any individuals who, like any third party individuals with her, which I have not done. I do not go around her. I avoid her at all costs. I do not call her, text her, show up to her house. In fact, she has actually made attempts to come into my vicinity in the lobby. I have actually made attempts to turn around where I walk my dog. She knows where I walk my dog. Her daughter tries to come up to my dog. I turn around and go the opposite way. There are times where I park my vehicle, then she will then park
Claire,
her vehicle. Go ahead,
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Gay, Mr.
Yes,
Gay,
ma'am.
to say, where did this happen? When did this happen?
This happened throughout this whole 2025, actually. And the
So
only reason
sit down as to where and when. Where did this happen?
this happened in our complex at Views on Fifth. So we stay in the same apartment complex where she actually practices acupuncture. That's where we met.
So you-
And
when these things happened, when she approached you, when her daughter approached you?
yes, this was going to be March of 2025. And then I saw her again in, I believe, June of 2025. My
And
whole,
describe those situations.
she was in the lobby. She was walking towards me
Oh,
and I
we've
turned
lost
around.
your audio. Can't hear you now for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
What is she talking
No, we
about?
can't hear you for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Still not.
Hello?
Ah, now you're back. Now you're
Okay.
back. So the March
Okay,
20 event.
yes. There was in this during the spring and summertime of this year, she has repeatedly either approached me, walked towards me, or have parked near my vehicle. And I even thought to myself, she's trying to get me in trouble by even being around me, as well as her ex-husband, Mr. Yost, has repeatedly called me, shown up to my home, hired a private investigator to show up to my home, my workplace, left cards, and I have not even answered. So I would also like the court to understand that if I was trying to harass her or stalk her, I would have answered those phone calls to try to get her in trouble because I know what's going on. her husband had,
Yeah, and
her
I need
ex-husband.
to understand more particularly. So in the, you
Okay,
said
I can. So
20,
in December of 2025,
okay.
Mr. Yost
Well,
reached
that's,
out to,
so
I'm,
December, just a couple months, just a month ago.
no, excuse me. Let me take a step back. December 2024, Mr.
Okay.
Yost,
That I'm not concerned with because that was before the issuance of this order. Decisions have
but
already
that,
been, so
yes, and
since
that,
21st of 2025, you've alleged that Ms. Siberian in March and June of 2025 tried to contact you. And so I'm trying
yes,
to figure,
as well as her husband, Mr. Yost has contacted me in 2025, as well as a private investigator, Morgan Investigating.
Ms. Siberian,
Yes, we saw them 1 year ago when she indeed did get the original TPO. She has applied to have this TPO extended, and that is actually why the burden of proof has shifted. So, generally, when we hear these, we hear from the applicant first, then we hear the respondent, hi, Alex, and then the judge decides. But it's a bit backwards in this case. So, because once an order is issued, somebody that has had the order issued does have the right to come back to the court within 3 months of the issue of the order to expire and ask for a renewal or an extension of the TPO. But what, like I said, what that does is shift the burden. The burden no longer relies or basically the burden is now on him to show why they shouldn't extend it as opposed to her to show why they should impose it when it's the first time. So that's why we've started with him. And we will hear her, but that's where we are at. Yeah, that's right.
because
I
she's
can't hear
the,
you. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
yeah, I
Can
don't
you say
know
that
why.
again?
Testing, testing. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Say that again.
So Mr. Yost is not a subject of this case in the
Correct.
sense protected party. So I need to hear from you more detail about what exactly when it happened in March and June, or you said spring and summer of 2025. You say
That's
what happened?
okay. That's what I'm trying to explain, Your Honor. I am trying to get to the point that Mr. Yost and Mrs. Iberian, whoever, I have been getting visits from a private investigator from Mr. Yost or her showing up to my workplace, showing up to my home, phone calls, messages, trying to contact me in regards to her. I have the text messages and I have the phone calls. Her, what she's alleging, if you're looking at the dates here, she's stating in January 22nd, 2025, March 14th, 2025, February, March 25, because of this ongoing harassment. When, however, it is her husband or Mr. Yost that is reaching out to me, and I am not in contact with him. I am ignoring his phone calls, every attempt, and she is the one actually parking next to my vehicle. I will park my vehicle in a parking lot. I come out the next morning, her vehicle is next to mine. It was also, I also want the court to know that Miss Iberian parks in a parking garage. Now, all of a sudden, she's parking in the parking lot where she knows that I park. I am not harassing her. I'm trying to avoid her. I
Let me
was
ask you
putting,
about lot. Are those assigned spaces, or can you park
no,
just?
you can park anywhere. And the parking lot is always full. It's not as if there's empty spaces.
Have you
The
been
the fo-
full since January of 2025?
what's that? Can you say that?
You've been driving the same vehicle?
I have, yes, I have two vehicles.
Okay,
But that vehicle, yes, I have been driving the same vehicle.
since 2024? or yeah. So you're saying and you apparently recognize Miss Siberian's vehicle.
And she
So
recognizes my vehicle.
why
And
would,
what?
why do you think she would?
Because she knows my vehicles.
Why do
We
you
were
say,
friends before, because we were friends and we had a personal relationship beforehand. And she was parking in the parking garage, and she would come out to the parking lot to meet me and my dog
the same
previously.
that you drove that same vehicle? You have two of them.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes, she knows those vehicles. She has known me since 2023.
okay. All right.
As
So
well as honor, if may I have the floor to speak for a second?
when
I'm
did
sorry, I
that,
can't hear you.
when did that happen, or how many times did that happen?
What part, Your Honor?
Say you went out to your car and you saw Miss Siberian's vehicle parked next to yours.
Multiple times.
But about when?
Multiple.
How
This
many?
past year, probably 4 or 5 times. And
Okay.
what I thought to myself was, get out of the car, go straight in, don't even make a fuss about it. Maybe she's trying to get me in trouble, because my whole gist of this was, after she exposed me to an STD, I told her that, hey, I am going to report you. She then filed this case on me. So I felt like this was like retaliation. So then with the court case being like, hey, there's going to be a restraining order. Now she starts showing up in different places. Now she's parking next to me. She enters a different side entrance that I enter on. Now she's showing up towards that lobby where I walk my dog. That's what I was mentioning back in March. And over the spring, I come out through a different entrance where I walk my dog through stairs. We don't go through the elevator because he's scared of the noises. So we go through stairs, and she's walking through that entrance now. So I turned completely around and walked the opposite way. And she remembers it because she looked me dead in my face and kept walking towards me. And I turned completely around and went right upstairs. Didn't say a word to her, didn't talk to her.
That's in
I
the
am,
law
I,
thing that you live and where you understand she had a business.
yes, I have been avoiding her as well as her husband, who has been showing up to my house. He also has a business in the apartment complex. He has also hired a private investigator, Private Investigating. He has shown up to my apartment. He has dropped off cards. He has also left voice messages that I can also provide to the court.
Yost, unless you can show some
I can,
evidence,
I can,
but it's
I
doing
can.
the actions at,
I was just notified of this on the 9th.
well,
So
that I know. And you seem to be ready to go forward today. So that's why we're
I
going
actually
forward.
am not. I'm actually just trying to present what I can. Like I said, I just want this whole thing to go away. She was my friend, and then all this was an emotional misunderstanding where
Get back. Do you, as to Mr. Yost, do you have some evidence that you can present to the court that would show that Miss Siberian is having him go contact you?
Um, I have evidence that yes, that he is contacting me on her behalf, or maybe not on her behalf, but because of her. He's asking me questions about court cases, and he needs my help. He's trying to get his child back. All of these
Object
different things, and I'm not answering. I can show.
respondent. So his actions are his actions. This court doesn't have any control over him. I don't. So and he's
Well,
not here.
what I'm
So
stating is I'm just trying to make my case that I am not trying.
about or allegations that Miss Siberian is contacting you. And we've
I'm
gotten a
not
couple.
stating she's contacting me, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So
I'm stating that, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Arch event, the parking next to your vehicle, how should I take that then?
Ma'am, what I am stating,
Your Honor, and let's try and communicate one at a time. I don't know if maybe
it
there's a
is.
lag or something. We're
There
having a hard.
is a lag. There is a lag. I'm sorry. There's a lag. I'm trying to hear you through my headphones. I had Out of hearing.
Well, let's keep trying. I don't know if there's a lag, so I don't know if we're talking over each other or what.
I hear a lag because when I start talking, then I see you start talking, then I stop, and then you're talking again, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, may I please start again?
Tell me why you think Miss Siberian is contacting you if you just said she's not.
I did not say that she was contacting me, Your Honor. Please let me restate my response, Your Honor.
Mhm.
May I do that, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor. So, I am stating that I am the one who is being contacted by her third party or her side, whether it be her ex-husband or a third party investigator. I am being visited by at my home or via phone call, email. I have proof of that. I have not responded to Mr. Yost or the private investigator. If I wanted to go after Miss Siberian, I would answer those phone calls or responses. I have not. I have left it alone. I have tried to avoid the entire situation. I have also tried to avoid her when I have seen her in person, even in the lobby of the apartment complex back in the spring of 2025, where she was approaching me towards the lobby and I completely turned around and went back upstairs. There are other incidences where I will park my car at night. She is not parked in the parking lot whatsoever. And then when I wake up in the morning to go to work at 7:30 in the morning, her car is next to mine. I look at it and I feel like I am being intimidated because she has a restraining order on me and she knows that if I'm next to her, she can now throw me in court. I feel like she's doing this as retaliation because she knows that I can get her in trouble because she was my medical provider who then asked me to come up to her apartment to have sex with her, lied to me about her sexual history. It's a whole thing that happened. That's what I expressed to her. She got upset. That's where we're at.
Let me ask you a
That's
follow-up.
why I feel. Yes, ma'am. And I have the test result as well as the text messages, everything.
All right, so in the request from Ms. Siberian to have this order extended, let's see, we're on page 2 of 3. I'm way down after September 2nd on to subsequent months, 2025. Her allegations that you would park near her truck while she was residing at Views on 5th.
False. Again, that's her parking next to me.
All right, and then the next paragraph after that with some, and there were some photos that were attached. It's all in the court file available to everyone. Let's see. Captured Mr. Gay walking and standing by my vehicle, looking inside, appears to be pressing a key fob, further violating the no contact order. Any comment there?
There's what a video. I don't see a video. I'm looking at a photo and I'm looking at a photo at 9:26
Christopher
after the cars and
Angleby, lovely to see you, and thank you, Steph B. It is a great find. I almost missed it today. Cellulite yoga pants. I think you're gonna find something very funny very soon. Very funny very soon. Doodle-doo.
the parking lot are now gone. If you were to take a photo of that area about an hour prior, you'll see that parking lot is full. And again, who's to not say that she did not park after the fact? There are many times that I park my car. I get off around 5 o'clock. I park my car. I go in the house, walk my dog. I won't leave again until the next morning. And then I come out. As I mentioned before, then her car is there. I don't go around her. I'm
Help me
trying to avoid her.
Pictures. So I'm looking at the photographs or 2 of them, and I see 2 cars. Which is yours in there?
Yes, it's the black one all the way to the left. And then to the left of that, you'll see a handicap spot where no one can park. And then you'll also see a space in between. So we're not even close. We're not next to each other. So there was a car probably in between that one as well.
Okay, and then there's another photo, and yours is where in here? There's a van, a white truck, and then a darker car 2 spaces over.
Gotcha. Yes, my car is all the way to the right, 2 spaces away. And again, my argument is she is parking her vehicle after the fact. I am not going and parking my vehicle next to her. I have been avoiding her. And that was my argument that I was trying to relate to the court earlier is I have been avoiding her, her husband, private investigators, even so much so that my complaint to the Department of Health, I left it alone because I did not want anything to do with her. I was so embarrassed that I caught an STD from her, that I wanted nothing to do with her. And the fact that she's bringing this up again is a nightmare. She just keeps bringing this stuff up, and it's just like I want it to go away.
So is this the parking area assigned for views on Fifth, or just a public area that's handy?
It's a public area that's handy. And then, but every people from Views on Fifth Park there, it's normal parking. And I parked there for the 3.5, 4 years that I've lived at Views on Fifth. I've
Right.
always parked there. And she's known that. She's always known that. She's met me there plenty of times to walk my dog. We've met out there. We've smoked cannabis out there, but plenty of times. So she knows where I park.
Smoking cannabis.
And I have the text messages that I can show.
Dude, where's my car? I'm rolling some cannabis to smoke right now, sir.
So
How apropos.
all I'm
Look at-
asking the court, yes, ma'am.
Second, then I'll give you a chance to sum up. I just wanted to see if I have any other questions, and I will give you a chance here to sum up.
Yes, ma'am.
She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel, she gave me an STD and trouble. And now her husband's talking to her? My God. What a fucking nightmare. What a nightmare. Also, by the way, this is a luxury apartment building that they live in. Luxury with STDs all over the lobby, please. Judge? Have you disappeared somewhere? It's like, what is this what a court jester originally was? Good night, Christopher. And also, everybody where there's snow coming, please be safe. From a Canadian who lives where it doesn't snow, please be really safe. Get all your supplies early, hunker on down. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know when Ryan Hall, y'all, is out there. Ooh, I like that, Billy. This is infused, the weed that I just rolled. And the strain is Island Pink. How, perfect. Ooh,
Okay, let me
Jack
turn
Herrera.
back to you, Mr. Gay. Anything else?
Yes, again, I just want the court to, from the documents I just received last week, again, I didn't have time to prepare, but from January 21st, 2025, I have not contacted Miss Siberian. I have ignored all phone calls from Mr. Yost, all third party, who has been contacting me trying to get Miss Siberian in trouble. So I want the court to look at that. If I wanted to like attack her or get her in trouble, I could literally try to collide with her husband to get her in trouble. But I chose not to do that. I said, you know,
collide with him, that sounds like some weird gay sex thing. No, I'm just kidding. I think he means collude. Good night, Christopher Angleby. Thank you for stopping by. I know I can trust you to hit the like always. Bebe, thank you so much. Really, did he just say collide though? I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did, sir. It's collusion, not collision. That's a type of insurance.
Get her in trouble. I could literally try to collide with her husband to get her in trouble. But I chose not to do that. I said, you know what? Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's just cease the whole entire thing. We had a one night stand. It went bad. Whatever. Leave it alone. I don't text her. I don't call her. I just went about my business. And every date that she's mentioning and the paperwork is between her and her husband. These are these are things that are going on. Yes, I have every right to file with the Department of Health because she was my medical provider that did lie to me. But even then, I stopped pursuing it because it wasn't worth my time or energy. And now going through this again is embarrassing. Um, it's wasting my time. It's putting my name in.
Well, it's not wasting our time. Thank you, Christopher Angleby. Andrea got in membership. Thank you so much. Andrea, we just did a members only this past weekend. I've learned that there are over 66 members onlys that you can go back and view if you are a member now. Please go back and point out embarrassing things that I've said in the comments. I love that. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning and I scroll and I see like, oh, a reply or something, I love it. 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 Thank you again, Christopher Angleby. Look at his mouth. He looks a little cocky in that freeze frame, don't he? A little cocky in the freeze frame, baby.
The court system. This is ridiculous. And all I did was knock on her door because we said that we were going to talk in person. And this is something that you would want to talk about is sexual health, especially with your medical provider. And that's what she told me. And I had the text messages that show, hey.
First of all, 26 months, that's an OG. That is OG case, CYP. Love you too, Christopher Angleby. And I'm sorry, again, why would you continue to have her as your formal Beverly snapped me out of it. Yay, OG. Why would you continue to have her as your medical professional when she allegedly gave you an STD, man? Also, isn't it STI? I don't mean to split hairs, but I thought they were calling them STIs these days.
That she stated to me that she didn't want to talk over the phone. She wanted to talk in person. So that's why I went to her place. And then she called the police on me for going to her place. After that, I ceased all communication with her. I don't have any bad blood in it. Even when she did talk, park.
Ironic because you do indeed. NPC! OG. That's right, baby. Also, I mean, I know this is a simplification, but you got the STD. The bad blood has been transmitted, sir. The bad blood was transmitted.
Next to me. I did nothing to her vehicle. I don't harass her. I don't do anything. That's why I just want this whole situation to go away so I can go about my life and she can go about her life. I want this to be over. I'm begging this to be over. I don't want this trauma bond or whatever thing that she has going on. And I know the court can't see this, but at the time in December, the reason why her husband was reaching out to me in December of 2024, 25 because she had cut all of her hair off. She was going through this mental thing. That's why I was talking to him. And if I wanted to try to really damage her, I really could have pursued that, but I did not. And I wanted the court to understand. I have all of our text messages from 2023 or 22, the end of 22. I could really go after her and pursue this if I wanted to, but I just wanted to go away. She is bringing this up and bringing it into light. All I wanted to do was have a conversation with a friend. She got scared and flipped this whole entire thing. And now I'm in court arguing my case on why I might have been upset that she possibly gave me an STD, which she did have test results. And
Oh, she did. Okay, confirmed. Confirmed. He did get a test, and it shows a problem. A problem. Also, yeah, just cause you cut your hair doesn't mean you're going crazy. But I will say, it is a bold fucking move to, unless they had an open marriage, I don't know, but to sort of hook up with a guy that lives in the building that both you and your husband have businesses in, like, talk about close to home. How would you ever get away from that? That's wild. That's fucking wild. Also, Courtney, you know, sometimes people only have sex with one person. It's called monogamy. I know it doesn't seem like they practice it, but he might have been monogamous with her until they found out. Maybe he was celibate until. I know it's a disgusting concept, but I knew I should be the one to tell you about it. I'm sorry.
this is happening when I have not contacted her or been around her, as well as I avoid her. And again, I also can provide to the court text messages and phone records from her ex-husband, Mr. Yost, showing that I have also ignored every attempt for him to meet up with me as well as have a conversation with me. And there's over 10 of them this year.
Let me jump back to Ms. Sabarian. She filed this petition. Ms. Sabarian, let's
Here we
start
go.
the issue of
Let's see her. Let's see her. Oh, I already put her on the thumbnail, so you've all seen her. God damn it, Paisley, ruining things.
whether or not, the issue about Mr. Gay making a complaint through the Department of Health is not, from what I've read the entire file, gone through everything that came before, that's not of issue. The issue is, was there other contact? And you're alleging in your petition for renewal that he continued, there was a contempt motion that Mr. Yost filed a contempt motion against you. So, and used a declaration from Mr. Gay to support the family law case. So we'll get to other issues, but I'm wondering about that. Why do you think that's, how do you attribute all that to Mr. Gay? And
Your Honor, it's been a very long year with Mr. Gay and Mr. Yost, but I continue to have ongoing. Mr. Gay's done nothing to show a change of circumstance. He's participated in different ways.
see that question first. The declaration, was that what was filed January 5th, 2025? Is that what you're talking about? You filed with your motion. I don't know if you labeled it as an exhibit or not, but it was a declaration January 5th, 2025 by Mr. Gay or
Mhm.
R. Michael Gay. Is that what you say was filed by Mr. Yost in a proceeding that you and Mr. Yost are in? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm not sure what you're, which. So
Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out there's a cover sheet, Walker Yost and Avashan Siberian Superior Court, Thurston County, case 21-31093-34, cover sheet declaration of R. Michael Gay. And this was by the Madison Law Firm, and then it's attached and it's part of your
Right.
filing.
I see. Mr. Gay wrote a declaration in support of Mr. Yost's objection to my relocation. I had to relocate with my daughter because of the ongoing harassment of Mr. Gay and Mr. Yost and shut my business down. Mr. Gay participated in writing a declaration for Mr. Yost's family law case, which is I'm the mother of my
Right.
child, right?
Okay, so that's the declaration you're talking about. That was January 5th. Was that brought to light in the hearing on the 21st of January of 2025? It
Uh,
was.
No,
Yes,
because no, it was not written in we had
it's
our
signed.
So, Mr. A, just hold your peace. I'm just can only hear one person at a time.
Your
Yes,
Honor,
ma'am.
the dates were manipulated to match that he did it before his protection order hearing. He did not write that during January. Our relocation hearing was September 3rd, and the filings were in July of 2025. Mr. Gay did not write that in January 5th, even though it's dated that way.
She's the petitioner.
So you're alleging that's a contact with you indirectly. Is that what you're saying?
100% in multiple facets. And I actually left Views on Fifth. I entered into the address confidentiality program in May 31st of 2025. I left Views on Fifth. I was actually trying to leave Views on Fifth in December of 2024. That's a different situation, which kept me at Views on Fifth for 6 more months because I couldn't leave
But he didn't file.
for
So
different
what he alleges
circumstances.
doesn't mean anything.
But I left in June of 2025 from the Views on Fifth.
Let me ask you about this parking issue. So you're
Sure.
alleging
She's
your
the only one that
petition
actually
that
has a motion pending, whereas he was just responding to that motion with allegations, but he didn't file anything for the judge to actually hear it. There's no counter petition. And so his allegations, while they may be true, aren't anything that the judge could do anything about in this hearing.
allegations back and forth that Mr. Gay, you said subsequent months of 2025, I don't know when, would park near my truck while I was still residing at Views on Fifth. Mr. Gay said that there are at least 4 to 5 times in 2025 that you parked near him. And then there are these photos. So is this the public parking area that you're talking about, or is it something else?
That's
Another-
a public one that you discussed this morning. Yes, that's right outside Views on Fifth, right downtown, across from the ice rink. And those are 2-hour slots, but residents at Views on Fifth park there as well as the public. I don't park in the parking garage. I have a very distinct truck with a tent on the back of it. It's a gray orange tent. I've pointed out my truck to Mr. Gay when I first purchased it. He knows exactly what my truck looks like. The timing of I get my daughter from school around 1 to 3 o'clock and I park my vehicle. Mr. Gay comes home after work after 3. And I had forgotten something in my car, and that's the reason I saw his car parked next to mine. Is I went back outside and I was like, why is he parking next to my vehicle? And actually, one time when he was parking, I was afraid and I saw him looking and intentionally coming to my car, and I went back inside the house. And I then went after because I knew he was going to be by my car, so I went back in, waited some time because I needed something out of the car for to get, and then I waited a bit, 20 minutes, went back out to my car to get it, and that's when I took the picture to show that he was actually parking next to my vehicle. And it's not, it's an indirect acts of vengeance to show and dominate control over the circumstances. And it's become very frightening and unsafe because he's gone. I understand you're saying that the Department of Health isn't part of that, but it's really caused a lot of stress.
Ms. Sabarian, let me understand these pictures better. You have one labeled June 11th at 6:43. Where's your vehicle in here? Which one?
I'm the white truck.
White Toyota truck. And then
The van is my best friend's car.
June 18th at 9:26 a.m.
Yes.
It's also your white Toyota truck?
Yes, ma'am. Your
Okay.
Honor.
And is this the vehicle that you were driving when you knew Mr. Gay previously before this order was issued?
I did. I bought the truck in October of 2024.
Because you mentioned a gray truck with a tent, and this doesn't have either.
This is
Maybe
a
I'm-
white truck with the tent is on the back on a rhino rack, and it's a particular tent that attaches to the truck.
Yeah, I see it now. All right, blow it up a bit. All right, and so is this where folks who reside or do business at Views on Fifth Park, or you said there's some other parking area?
There's a automated parking garage, but my car doesn't fit in a parking garage because it's over the height and they don't take tents into the automated parking garage.
Okay. I'm familiar with that one.
It's like one of those
So,
parking
in
elevators,
the time
Judge.
that you were at Views on Fifth and Mr. Gay was at Views on Fifth before this order issued in January of 2025, this is where you would park.
Yes.
Okay. And any other vehicle that you would use, or is this it?
I had another vehicle, but I had to turn that in because it was but this was my main vehicle because in
That's the
October.
way.
Slow down, Mr. Gay. I just one person at a time. I'm not hearing from you right.
Gotcha.
Slow down, Mr. Gay. Hi,
So, Ms. Sabarian, so there was
Raiders.
another vehicle, but this one you believe that Mr. Gay understood was yours.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And let me ask some questions here.
Ouch, Donald.
So the
Yeah.
idea that from Mr. Gay is asserting that there have been 5 times over 2025 that you parked near his vehicle in this area. Any response to that?
That is not true.
So you would see it as his car wasn't there, you'd park, and then you'd come out and it would be that his car would be there.
Yes.
And then this in March of 2025, and potentially other times that weren't detailed by Mr. Gay, he'd be in the lobby or coming through an area in the Views on Fifth to walk his dog, and there you were. Any comment?
I lived on the second floor and he lives on the third floor. And so the protection order put 10 feet on purpose because we were both residing within the same apartment complex. There was one time where I was taking out my garbage and he was outside in the evening with his dog. And so we did cross. There was a moment of 10 feet, but he went a different direction and I went out to put my garbage in.
Right. And you think that was sometime around spring, or you said you were at Views on Fifth through June of 2025?
I left in June, yeah, end of June.
So sometime between,
March to June, somewhere in there.
all right, so that seems to equate with what we've heard from Mr. Gay.
I still go to the Views on Fifth. My best friend lives there. And I have a business in Olympia and a lot of community within that building since I've lived there for the last 5 years.
How many people have you given an STD
And
to
to your
in that
understanding, Mr. Gay still lives there.
Yes.
building? At least one.
And how would, if you were to visit your friend, would you be in an elevator or stairwell or what? Or your friend
There's
would?
an alleyway that goes to a different building. So my friend lives in the other tower where Mr. Gay and I used to live in the other side, the smaller building.
There are two different towers
Yeah,
with,
there's two different buildings. There's a tower with 9 floors, and then there's a smaller building on the front in between the alley. There's two separate structures. And so my friends and people I know are in the main tower, but the alleyway connects between the two buildings. There's
Okay,
different entrances to go through, Fifth Avenue, the alleyway. So
there are different entry doors to these places and different stairwells and different elevators to these places.
yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
And you understand that Mr. Gay lives in a different, in the other building than your friend?
Yes.
Okay. And when you go to visit, you're going to be parking likely in this public area.
I park more close to my friend's entrance on Fifth Avenue.
So you park in somewhere else. You can park on the street. You can
I can
park in
park
the,
somewhere else. Yeah.
there's lots of places. All right, I see. So since you you were no longer in Views on Fifth since June of 2025, are you alleging contact, you say September 2nd, and then you say subsequent months, and I presume that means after September in your petition here? You title that paragraph subsequent months. Does that mean after September 2nd?
Right.
Okay, all right. All right, so that helps me understand what you're asserting.
Yes, what is she asserting? 'Cause I'm,
Slow down, Mr. Gay. So, all right, so this is date order then. Good. All right. So as to the paragraph on page 2 that you titled video surveillance, that also occurred. That sounds like it might have occurred before you left in June, your
That's
assertion.
right. That's before.
Okay. And so where, all right, so help me understand that, because you say that you wouldn't park in the building where Views on Fifth is, or is there a different home?
Are you talking about the key fob situation where he's walking past my vehicle and pushing the key fob?
It's your assertion. Yeah, where did this
So,
occur?
so I lived on 4th Avenue, and I set up, because of the concern, my attorney said to set up video cameras outside of my apartment. And I opened the blinds around 8, or I don't remember exact timing, it was in the evening. And I saw Mr. Gay walking up and down 4th Avenue and holding a yoga mat or something discreet to under his arm. And he passed by my vehicle, and then he came back around, stopped, looked within my vehicle, turned around, pushed a key fob, and then started walking away and held it above his head and pushed it again. And pushed it again and then left. And so I just happened to see in that moment that that was happening. And that was quite concerning to me, because I thought maybe the night before or something, he could have gone out and put something in my truck for a tracking device, helped up Mr. Yost. I don't know. These two gentlemen have worked together since December of 2024 and the beginning of January, when Mr. Gay was served. The timing of it, the timing is the most important part, because he went immediately to the Department of Health as soon as he was served temporary orders and filed out 8 false allegations against me. And when the investigator contacted him to close the case, he never responded to the investigator. I had to spend over $6,000 to work on hiring someone to help me.
Wrote that down in your petition. So when
Okay.
did this event occur on 4th Avenue?
The date should be on the picture, is it not?
yeah, where's the video?
Yeah, I don't have a video here.
I can pull it up, but it's
I would like to be presented the video as well, Your Honor.
Just
I
gonna
don't have
ask,
a video.
I'm just gonna ask, and Ms. Sabarian's just described it, and so this was on Fourth Ave. It wasn't in this parking area, but
That's on Fourth Avenue, right outside the views on Fifth, because the views on Fifth spans.
right. Okay, so then
Correct.
when did this happen, Ms. Sabarian?
Your Honor, I can pull up the date. I just need a minute to find it.
And,
Would
and
that
is
be
it
okay?
possible that, Your Honor,
Yeah.
is it possible?
I'm not gonna, it's not in discovery. All we're doing is hearing from Ms. Sabarian about that video. I'm not looking at it.
Okay. I
I
would want
believe
to
it was
see it
in
because I think that's a
February.
lie.
I believe it was in February, but I can get you the exact date in just a moment.
Yeah, we should guess
'Cause I will
which
say there are a lot of
STD.
homeless folks who walk
Yeah.
around there, and I don't have a yoga mat.
It's
I
not-
don't do yoga.
Sabarian, I'm not hearing from you right now, so don't interrupt. You're not helping. You're making this more difficult. So, Ms. Sabarian, look through what you got and tell me what you know.
Yeah, Candida. He had a Candida infection and called it an STD. Something highly treatable and doesn't last long, I'm guessing. I don't know. Oh my god, I should not have asked us to guess in the chat because now I'm getting grossed out. Gross! Bacterial vaginosis. He got bacterial vaginosis.
The video was on March 18th,
Right before my
2025
birthday.
at military time 1913.
That's 7:13 p.m.
So March of 2025. Got it. All
March.
right. And so Ms. Sabarian, anything else on, and Mr. Gay, you turned off your video. Are you still with us?
Mr. Gay? Mr. Gay? Mr. Gay?
Mr. Gay, you still with us?
Mr. Gay? Every time she says his name, I laugh.
Justin sentence.
Where is Mr. Gay?
All right. Still with us? Okay, now you're muted, so I can't hear you.
Everything's in your imagination.
Yes, I'm
Paul.
actually checking that date because I believe that that is false. I might have actually been out of state, and I think I even know the gentleman that she's even talking about. So I would love for her to present that video to the court, and I have a counter.
All right. Well, anything else, Ms. Sabarian?
Just that he has not made any attempt to show the court that his attitude has changed, and the opposite is true. I feel that not only has he failed to prove that he will not continue acts of domestic violence, but that he will continue to take acts of vengeance whenever he feels that it's going to harm me. It's been distressing, to say the least. Indirectly, I believe that that's going to continue.
All right. So, Ms. Sabarian, Mr. Gay, I don't find that I should continue this order. What I find is since you left the views on Fifth, Mr. Gay is under the burden to show by a preponderance of the evidence that he will not resume acts of unlawful harassment. There was an order in effect. Folks parked near each other, folks bumped into each other in the lobby. The whole issue about a complaint to Department of Health for a healthcare provider, I can't take that as intimidation, harassment, or unlawful harassment. The actions of Mr. Yost are his actions. I don't have any evidence that he is doing this as part of unlawful harassment. So since you left that area, there hasn't been anything more. I see that as a substantial change in circumstance, and that burden's been met by Mr. Gay. So that order ends today, Mr. Gay, Ms.
Thank you, Your
Sabarian.
Honor.
But I think this has been very instructive. Obviously, no one wants to have contact with each other, so continue on.
May I say something, Your Honor?
I think probably best not. I think we'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna write an order that does away with the no contact order. That'll be in the court file available to both of you. And that's the end of the hearing for today.
Your Honor.
Anything here?
Thank
think
you,
it's-
Your Honor.
Not say anything else. You can just leave the meeting unless you, so if you want to get that order that does away with the no contact order, feel free to get into the court file with your Zoom instructions, or you can contact my clerks and they'll see that they'll help you with that.
Yay, Christopher Engleby. Thank you so much, baby. Amazing way to end this. Also, that was a big D. A big D in the chat. We love getting big Ds. How beautiful was to get a big D. Courtney says next. And Paisley says, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I need to make bread. I literally am. I'm going to make bread. I have to clean my disaster of a kitchen. Oh my God. Live in it. Ah! Ah! Look at that! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bread after discussion of a yeast infection. That's right, MB. I am fucking impervious. Legal fiction just under the wire. I love it. Thank you so much. You and Christopher bringing new people to the party, baby. And I love it. We never found out what the STD was. We never found out. Sort of rude to ask, isn't it? You know, I mean, if it was my friend, and you're all my friends, I would ask. I would ask. You gotta tell me, which STD for thee? Thank you again, Legal Fiction. Thank you again, Grammar School for the Raid. Thank you again to everybody for being here. Christopher Engleby, as always, I love you. I appreciate all of you. And I know you would tell. Everyone loves to tell me their secrets, and I love to hear them. I love it, love it, love it. Can't get enough of it. We'll be back tomorrow. The timing will be about probably like 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 East. 4 Pacific. That's right. You heard it here now. Oh, yeah. And John's on later tonight. So go check him out. 9:40 East. Thank you so much for being here. Hold on. I got to get back to the kitchen. That's right. Oh, my God. This kitchen is perpetually clean. If only I could do that, I would be a fucking queen. I am sort of still. But you know what I mean. Anyways, do me a favor. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Oh, don't get an STD. Bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.